And as we've been talking about being overwhelmed, here are some things that you can try that might help. So first, practice the pause. Stop and visualize a stop sign if that helps you. Take a step back. Start with our mindful belly breathing. Breathe slowly in through your nose to a count of 5, and your belly should naturally push out as you inhale. Hold your breath for a count of 1. Slowly breathe out through your mouth. Your belly should naturally move in when you exhale for a count of 5. Do this 5 times. Next, if you can take a break from your physical space, do it. Walk out of your room, office, or cubby. Get outside and go for a short walk if you're able to. And when you're ready, find a comfortable, quiet spot, free from distractions. Get a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper or a notebook. We're going to practice doing a brain dump. And comedian George Carlin wrote a book called Brain Droppings, which is the way I like to think of it. So literally, it's writing down everything that you're thinking of, no matter how silly the thought might feel, any situations, events, people, feelings, emotions, places. It could be anything. Even if you only write down a few things, that is a positive first step. Remember, no one else has to see this, so it doesn't have to be pretty or perfect or organized. And if you'd like to set a specific amount of time for this activity, that's fine, but you don't have to. At this point, if you need a break, do so, and then come back when you're ready. The next step is to look at your page of words and thoughts and really examine what you have control over and what you don't. The easiest way to drill this down is that you only have control over yourself, over your actions, how you respond to others, what you do and say. You have control over you only. You cannot control others. And no matter how much we want to, and that's a trauma thing, wanting to control everything and everyone, it feels like safety for us. So start crossing off those things on your page that you can't control. When you're finished with that step, you might have a lot of things crossed off. The next step is to separate the words left on your page into 2 categories. One category is facts, the other category is feelings. Facts are things that you know without a doubt are 100% true. And feelings are your thoughts and emotions around those facts. Feelings are not facts. Our brains lie to us all of the time, telling us we're not good enough, not capable, and everything is hopeless. These things are not true. We are all of those things and more, and there is always hope. You may notice once you do this, your facts list is a lot shorter than your feelings list. The next step is to put your facts in order of importance. Which of those things is screaming the loudest for your attention? What is the first must do on that list? Once you've identified that big one, what comes next? Then next, on down, until the last thing you write is the least important. Next, bring your focus on that first most important fact, the one that needs your attention right away. What is one small step you could take in order to begin the process that's necessary in order to solve that problem? Is it a phone call, a text, an email? Is it a chore you need to tackle or a relationship that needs some work? Name one small thing you could do right now to help move you forward toward that goal. And take that small step, then the next one. Do this with all of your factual items, one step at a time, one fact or issue at a time. Think of it as untangling a knot, pulling one thread at a time. Each pull in the right direction begins to loosen the knot, making it easier to untangle. And you're untangling the knots in your mind by taking any action, no matter how small. The next thing you could do is look at some of your less important facts. Are there any that could be handed off to another person to do to get them off your plate? Could you have said no to any of them? And I realize that no is a very hard thing for we trauma survivors to say. We feel that if we say no or don't do that thing that others want us to do, those people will leave us for good. Saying no feels like a catastrophe, like it'll be the end of the world. Well, by the way, no is a complete sentence, and it's a very important boundary to learn, say, and use. It's healthy for us to say no at times, and we really, really need to do it. And guess what? You can also say no and not explain why you are saying it. You don't owe anyone an explanation. How awesome is that? So when you want to, you can look at your list of feelings that you have. What feelings are the most important to you? In taking some small steps towards dealing with your facts, will that help ease any of those feelings? Maybe get rid of them entirely. You can do this exercise as often as you want if you feel it's helpful for you. If you don't like writing, you could type it in a Word document, and you can even find different brain dump templates online. This is to help give you some sense of action, like you have some control over your life, even though it feels like you don't. Every tiny step forward is still progress, and be proud of yourself for whatever it is that you do. And just so that you know, I am very, very proud of you.